So, hey, my name is Anthony. I'm the owner of Alliance Solutions, and one of the number one questions I get asked by realtors or people in the real estate industry is simply, how does Facebook ads work? Like, what am I doing? How am I getting leads? What's going on? Like, what's the process, right? So I just made a quick video here real quick just to break down the process for you, give you some tips along the way, some stuff you can try out, just do so you can start running Facebook ads for yourself and also be able to, just take your business digital. So I'm gonna break it down into 5 easy steps as you see on my screen here, and I'll explain each one. Right? So first you start with your Facebook campaigns. So what's going on is that you know, you set up your ad, whatever they may be, using a lead magnet, using a list of homes, just simple stuff. I mean, there's a plethora of things you can use to set up your ad campaign with, right? What's going to happen next is they're going to opt into a form, which you should always use the lead form. If you want to keep track of your leads, you want to use your lead form. If you want to get to step 5, step 2 is super important because if you have no way of knowing when your leads are coming in, how much you're spending on each lead, you could be thinking you're scaling up and going to negative. Meaning you could be spending $700 per lead, and each lead is making you money. But every time you get a lead, it starts to make you lose more money, which means the most money you could be making at the time, you may not get it because you have no way of knowing. So always make sure you funnel into a lead form, a capture page, which is like ClickFunnels or something. Make sure you're doing that because you have to be able to keep track. You want to be able to, that is super important, right? So you funnel them into a lead form, and then you take them over to a chatbot. Now, what a chatbot is essentially this: it is an AI system that attaches to your Facebook, and what goes on there is that when a lead comes in, it sends them through the chatbot. Once it goes to the chatbot, what's going to happen is these people are going to get some more details, get some more information about what they're looking for. You can ask them any questions, but I mean, there's a plethora of questions you can ask somebody in a chatbot. Go from there. It'll ask some qualifying questions. Then you go with the follow up. That's when you call them. You're like, hey, I got your chatbot message. I saw that you downloaded our packet or whatever. I saw that you were interested in something. Just anything. Whatever your lead magnet is in your Facebook campaign, just always mention it to them. So like it reminds them in their head, hey, yeah, this person did say such and such. I remember that. Because sometimes people forget. When a lead comes in, never spend more than 24 hours. I mean, like, I always tell my clients, hey, you need to call them within the first 5 hours, 5 minutes if you can, but you're a person. At least within an hour, closer to 30 if possible. Right? You call them, reach out to them, boom, you go from there. Then what happens is you take them up, you take them over, you close the deal, or they may be a wait client. They may be a client that doesn't want to work now, but they want to work 3 months down the line. That's cool. Just make sure you touch them, follow up with them, just like always make sure you're communicating with them at least once a week because you do not want them to forget you. Like, because it happens. People forget people all the time, and you don't want that to be the case for you because every person you keep in contact with is a potential check for you down the line, right? So then what happens is that you get to scaling. What's scaling? You take all 4 steps and just go up. So all the first 4 steps are just this. They're like that. They're just getting you ready across the board. Then what's gonna happen is once you do good and you got your campaigns are awesome, you know who you're targeting, doing good there. You're funneling your leads, you're doing great. Your chatbot set up, you're going from there, and then your following up is on point. You got a team, you got an ISA, you got whatever you need. Boom, you just take that to scale up. That's simple. It's simple. It's 5 simple steps. Really simple process. That's how Facebook works. So just showing you an example campaign opera, right? So we go over to the campaign. We say, hey, 1 second. My apology. All right. So we say, hey, campaign operators right here, right? Hey, when that homeowners thinking of selling a home but not sure how to get this bang, you just funnel them down. People go in, they opt in, they enter their information. Information are to enter here. They get a free guide. It's just set to send a lead magnet directly to them. It's a very simple process. People came in, gets leads. That's how it's worked. It's very simple, and you're just getting people who are interested. Like I said, you could do free home evaluation. There's a plethora of magnets you could use. This is the magnet we use for that particular client. It was the 7 ways to sell your home. Table of contents, ebook runs through. Very simple process, straightforward. work their way, they opted in. She did not have a chatbot attached to hers, but a chatbot is super powerful. If you want to scale, a chatbot is necessary because you need to be able to reach these people, right? So what happens after that? All right, we got them in. We got the form opted in. They want to work with us. We go and say, hey, lead comes in. It comes right here, right? So you download a CSV file, which is very simple. I can show you how to do that in this video so you can see it. But it's a first name, full name, email, phone. Boom. You got 2 points of communication with them with 3 pieces of information from them. So what do? We go from there and we go back over to the chatbot. So they come in, they funnel, we get a chatbot. This is a chatbot I set up on my Facebook page. What's going to happen is we'll say get started. It's going to go ahead and opt it in. Okay, there we go. It's a chatbot that's responding. So let's just say this time they're like, you're looking for people to sell their home, right? You can also do buy home, buy build a home, as well as rent an apartment. I mean, there's multiple ways you can do it. But let's just say in this case, we want to sell your home. So what are we going to do? We say, hey, I want to sell my home, right? So it's going to go and say, hey, just want that's a notification that it sends the owner of the bot. I'm the owner of the bot, so it messages me. But it says, hey, fantastic. How quick do you want to sell your home? They're like, I got some time. Or no, I want to sell my home right now. We'll just say for right now, we'll say sell your home now. So if you're going to go ahead and run through, great. We can definitely help you do that. Now here are a few questions that allow us to help you. What person? What is the full address? 123 Main Street. It could be any whatever their address is. They give their best phone number, goes through. It can be the email that's on file on Facebook, which if it's correct, they just click it. If not, they can enter it. That's my correct email, my personal email. Then it goes through. It's still in their writing. Okay, hey, I'm just gonna start a call for 24 hours. That helps you. Now, what's awesome about this? The lead magnet didn't get their address, but the chatbot did. So now you know somebody who has an interest in selling their home. Because what the lead magnet, well, not the lead magnet, but the lead form didn't do, the chatbot does. It gives them, okay, this is the home. Now, if you do a home evaluation, you can't put a field in there in the lead magnet that says, hey, what's your address so we can give you a proper home evaluation. That can happen. But if you ran it on a normal campaign where you just put out a lead magnet, like I said, where's the piece of home, you go through some more into the chatbot, you qualify them even more, helps you out. They go through, you call them up. Hey, that's where the follow-up stage starts. That's where you have your assistants do it. If you're a broker, you have realtors under you that do it, or you do it yourself, right? You go in there, call them, hey, my name is such and such. Just reaching out to you because you opted in to my campaign. You did, whatever. However your follow-up script is, just use it. You know what I mean? You follow up with them, talk to them, go from there. Always mention what they opted into. If they got a seller's guide, say, hey, I noticed you opted into our seller's guide. Whatever it is, always make sure. Now, what's really cool about a chatbot is every time somebody interacts with it, it subscribes into the chatbot. What's so beautiful about that is that if it subscribes into the chatbot, let's say you have a home for sale and you ran a buyer chatbot, you can literally broadcast your message from that chatbot to everybody in the subscriber list. Which means if you got a 500 subscriber list on your chatbot, you got 500 people who may want to buy a home in your area because that's what they interact with. That's a pipeline right there. That's a pipeline. That's like a built-in pipeline through digital media, and you can scale that up as well, right? So where we go to next from here, you scale. Simple. You scale. You've already got your campaigns down. The campaign looks beautiful. You have multiple different campaigns with lead magnets, some without lead magnets going through there. You already have your lead form set up. People are coming in, they're following. You got a chat bot set up to qualify people even more, which only makes your job easier because now you don't have to ask certain questions. Any salesman will tell you that the more knowledge you have about the person you're selling to or you're pitching something to, the better for you. Because then I have knowledge that I can use as leverage or give me an inside look as to their way of thinking. You know? So what happens after that? You follow up with them, talk to them after you done collected information. Follow up with them, talk to them. You can have the message open, meaning on your page you can have that message open, so when you talk to them, you know exactly what they said to the chatbot, which helps you out only even more. So then what happens? Boom, you scale. You already know how to do the first 4 steps. They're beautifully done. You set them up, you test it, you try it, they're true, they're going, you scale them. And that's where you start to reach that point where you start getting clients on autopilot, which is where it's just repetition. You've done it so well, you got the steps in order, you laid the foundation. Now you can build the house. You already have the foundation because you already know how your campaigns go, you know your leads, you know your chatbot, and your follow-up system is flawless. You scale. You go from there, boom. That's when you start reaching monthly goals, right? So I just made this video here just to give you guys some tips, help you out. If you have any more questions, you can message me and we can talk some more or whatever you need done. Hope you guys are having a great day and be blessed.